This was requested by one of my friends, Pyro, and for whatever reason I didn't think about reading this before, but these are Facebook's terms of service, or Meta's terms of service. So, terms of service, we're updating Meta terms of service. These updates will go into effect on January 1st, 2025. Let's load this page. Effective January 1st, 2025, Meta builds technologies and services that enable people to connect with each other, build communities, and grow businesses. These terms of service, the terms, govern your access to use Facebook, Messenger, and other products, websites, features, apps, services, technologies, and software we offer, the Meta products or products, except where we expressly state the separate terms and not these apply. For example, your use of Instagram is subject to the Instagram terms of use. These products are provided to you by Meta Platforms Inc. These terms therefore constitute an agreement between you and Meta Platforms. If you do not agree to these terms, then do not access or use Facebook or other products and services covered by these terms. These terms, formerly known as statement rights and responsibilities, make up the entire agreement between you and Meta Platforms regarding your use of products. They supersede any prior agreements. We don't charge you to use Facebook or other products and services covered by these terms unless we state otherwise. Instead, businesses and organizations and other persons pay us to show you ads for their products and services. By using our products, you agree that we can show you ads that we think may be relevant to you and your interests. We use your personal data to help determine which personalized ads to show you. We don't sell your personal data to advertisers, and we don't share information that directly identifies you, such as your name, email address, or other contact information. With advertisers, unless you give us specific permission. Instead, advertisers can tell us things like the kind of audience they want to see their ads, and we show those ads to people that may be interested. We provide advertisers with reports about performance of their ads that help them understand how people are interacting with their content. See section 2 below to learn more about how personalized advertising under these terms work on Meta products. Our privacy policy explains how we collect and use your personal data to determine some of these ads you will see and provide all other services described below. You can also go to your settings page of the relevant Meta product at any time to review the privacy choices you have about how we use your data. What products do these terms cover? Number 1, the services we provide. Our mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. To help advance this mission, we provide the products and services described below to you. 1.1. Provide a personalized experience for you. Your experience on Facebook is unlike anyone else's. From the posts, stories, events, ads, and other content you see in Facebook feed, or our video platform, to the Facebook pages you follow and other features you might use. such as Facebook Marketplace and search. For example, we use data about the connections you make, the choices and settings you select, and what you share and what you do on and off our products to personalize your experience, connect you with people and organizations you care about. We help you find and connect with people, groups, businesses, organizations, and others that matter to you across the Meta products you use. We use data to make suggestions for you and others. For example, groups to join, events to attend, Facebook pages to follow or send a message to, shows to watch, and people you may want to become friends with. Stronger ties make for better communications or communities. And we believe our services are most useful when people are connected to people, groups, and organizations they care about. Oh, that was section 1.2. Section 1.3. Empower you to express yourself and communicate about what matters to you. There are many ways to express yourself. On Facebook, to communicate with friends, family, and others about what matter to you. For example, sharing status updates, photos, videos, and stories across the Meta products, consistent with your settings. Sending messages or making voice or video calls to a friend or several people. Creating events or groups or adding content to your profile, as well as showing your insights on how others engage with your content. We have also developed and continue to explore new ways for people to use technology, such as augmented reality and 360 video, to create and share more expressive and engaging content on Meta products. 1.4. Help you discover content, products, and services that may interest you. We show you personalized ads, offers, and other sponsored or commercial content to help you discover content, products, and services that are offered by many businesses and organizations that use Facebook and other Meta products. Section 2 below explains in more detail. Promote the safety, security, and integrity of our services, combat harmful conduct, and keep our community users safe. This is number 1.5. People will only build community on Meta products if they feel safe and secure. We work hard to maintain the security, including availability, authenticity, integrity, and confidentiality of our products and services. We employ dedicated teams around the world, work with external service providers, partners, and other relevant entities, and develop advanced technical systems to detect potential misuse of our products. Harmful conduct towards others and situations where we may be able to help support or protect our community, including to respond to user reports of potentially violating content. If we learn of content or conduct like this, we may take appropriate action based on our assessment that may include notifying you, offering help, removing content, removing or restricting access to certain features, disabling an account, or contacting law enforcement. We share data across Meta companies when we detect misuse or harmful conduct by someone using one of our products to help keep Meta products and users and the community safe. For example, we share information with Meta companies that provide financial products and services to help them promote safety, security, and integrity and comply with applicable law. Meta may access, preserve, use, and share any information it collects about you where it has good faith and belief it is required or permitted to by law to do so. For more information, please review our privacy policy. In some cases, the Oversight Board may review our decisions, subject its terms and bylaws. Learn more here. 1.6. Use and develop advanced technologies to provide safe and functional services for everyone. We use and develop advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning systems, and augmented reality. Oh, excuse me. So that people can use our products safely regardless of physical ability or geographic location. For example, technology like this helps people who have visual impairments understand who is in a photo or video shared on Facebook or Instagram. We also build sophisticated network and communication technologies to help more people connect to the internet in areas with limited access. And we develop automated systems to improve our ability to detect and remove abusive and dangerous activity that may harm our community and the integrity of our products. .7. Research ways to make our services better. We engage in research to develop, test, and improve our products. This includes analyzing data that we have about our users and understanding how people use our products. For example, conducting surveys and testing and troubleshooting new features. Our privacy policy explains how we use data to support this research for the purposes of developing and improving our services. 1.8. Provide consistent and seamless experiences across the Meta company products. Our products help you find and connect with people, groups, businesses, organizations, and others that are important to you. We design our systems so that your experience is consistent and seamless across the different Meta company products that you use. For example, we use data about the people you engage with on Facebook to make it easier for you to connect with them on Instagram or Messenger. And we enable you to communicate with a business or follow on Facebook through Messenger. Ensuring access to our services. To operate our global services and enable you to connect with people around the world, we need to transfer, store, and distribute content and data up to our data centers, partners, service providers, and vendors, and systems around the world, including outside of your country of residence. The use of this global infrastructure is necessary and essential to provide our services. This infrastructure may be owned, operated, or controlled by Meta Platforms, Meta Platforms, Ireland Limited, or its affiliates. Number 2, how our services are funded. Instead of paying to use Facebook and our other products and services we offer, by using Meta products covered by these terms, you agree that you can show your personalized ads. We can show you personalized ads and other commercial and sponsored content that businesses and organizations pay us to promote on and off Meta company products. We use your personalized data, such as information about your activity and interests, to show you personalized ads and sponsored content that may be more relevant to you. Protecting people's privacy is central to how we've designed our personalized ad systems. This means that we can show you relevant and useful ads without telling advertisers who you are. We don't sell your data. We don't sell your personal data. We allow advertisers to tell us things like business goals and the kind of audience they want to see our ads. For example, people between the age of 18 to 35 who like cycling. I misread that as crying in my head, and I was so confused. We then show the ad to people we think might be interested. We also provide advertisers with reports about the performance of their ads to help them understand how people are interacting with their content on and off Meta products. For example, general demographic and interest information to advertisers to help them better understand their audience. Like the fact that women between the ages of 25 and 34 who live in Meredith and like software engineering have seen an ad. We don't share information that directly identifies you, such as your name or email address by itself can be used to contact you or identify as who you are, unless you give us that specific permission. Learn more about how meta ads work here. We collect and use your personal data in order to provide the services described above to you. You can learn about how we collect and use your data in our privacy policy. You have controls over the types of ads and advertisers you see, and the types of information we use to determine which ads we show you. Your commitments to Facebook and our community. We provide these services to you and others to help advance our mission. In exchange, we need you to make the following commitments. 3.1. Who can use Facebook? When people stand behind their opinions and actions, our community is safer and more accountable. For this reason, you must provide your account the same name that you use in everyday life. Provide accurate information about yourself. Create only one account, your own, and use it for personal reasons. Not share your password or account with other people or transfer it to anyone else without our permission. We try to make Facebook broadly available for everyone, but you cannot use Facebook if you are under 13 years old, you are a convicted sex offender. We've previously disabled your account for violating our terms, the community standards, or other terms and policies that apply to your use of Facebook. Excuse me. If we disable your account for violating our terms, community standards, or other terms and policies, then you must agree to not create another account without our permission. Receiving permission to create a new account is provided at our sole discretion. It does not mean or imply the disciplinary action was wrong or without cause. You are permitted from receiving our products, services, or software under applicable laws. 3.2. What can you share and do on Meta products? We want people who use Meta products to express themselves and share content that is important to them, but not at the expense of safety and well-being of others or the integrity of our community. You therefore agree to not engage in the conduct described below or facilitate or support others doing so. You may not use our products to do any of the following. To violate these terms, community standards, or other terms and policies that apply to you, your use of our products. That is unlawful, misleading, discriminatory, or fraudulent, or assist someone else with using our products in such a way that you do not own or have the necessary rights to share. That infringes or violates someone else's rights, including their intellectual property rights, such as infringing another's copyright or trademark, or distributing or selling counterfeit or pirated goods, unless an exception or limitation applies under applicable law. You may not upload viruses or malicious code, use the services to spam, or do anything that could disable, overburden, interfere with, or impair the proper working, integrity, operation, or appearance of our services, systems, or products. You may not use a proxy request or collect product usernames or passwords or misappropriate access tokens. Except as provided in the platform terms, you may not sell, license, or purchase any data obtained from us or our services, regardless of whether the data was obtained while logged into a Facebook account. You may not misuse any reporting, flagging, dispute, or appeals channels such as making fraudulent, duplicative, or groundless reports or appeals. You may not attempt to do anything to circumvent, bypass, or override any technological measures that Meta uses to control or limit access to our products or data. We can remove or restrict access to content that is in violation of these provisions. We also suspend or disable your account for conduct that violates these provisions, as provided in Section 4.2. If we remove content that you have shared in violation to the community standards, we'll let you know and explain any options you had to request another review. Unless you seriously or repeated these terms, or if doing so may expose us or other legal liability, harm our community of users, compromise or interfere with the integrity or operation of any of our services, systems, or products where we are registered due to technical limitations, or where we are prohibited from doing so for legal reasons. For information on the account suspension or termination, see Section 4.2 below. We work with independent fact checkers in many jurisdictions to combat misinformation. When content has been rated by fact checkers, you may notice we may add a notice to provide additional context. You can find more information about fact checking here. To help support our community, we encourage that you report content or conduct that you believe violates your rights, including intellectual property rights, or our terms and policies. If this feature exists in your jurisdiction, we also can remove or restrict or access content, features, services, or other information if we determine that doing so is reasonably necessary to avoid or mitigate misuse of our services or adverse legal or regulatory impacts to Meta. 3.3. The permissions you give us. We need certain permissions from you to provide our services. Your content, some content that you share or upload, such as photos and videos, may be protected by intellectual property laws. You retain ownership of the intellectual property rights, things like copyright or trademarks, and any such content that you create and share on Facebook and any Meta products. Nothing in these terms take away your rights or you have to your own content. You're free to share your content with anyone else whenever you want. However, to provide our services, we need you to give us some legal permissions, known as a license to use this content. This is solely the purpose of providing and improving our products and services as described in Section 1 above. Number 2, permission to use your content you create and share. Specifically, when you share, post, or upload content that is covered by intellectual property rights on or in connection with our products, you grant us a non-exclusive, transferable sub-license, royalty-free, and worldwide license to host, use, distribute, modify, run, copy, publicly perform or display, translate, and create derivative works of your content. Modify, run, publicly perform or display, translate, and create derivative work of your content consistent with your privacy and application settings. This means, for example, if you share a photo on Facebook, you give us permission to store. Oh, I have that range too small for my OVR thingy. Where did that go? It said permission to store, copy, and share it with others. Again, consistent with your settings, such as meta products or services, service providers that support those products and services. This license will end when your content is deleted from our system. Deleting your content. You can delete individual content you share, post, and upload at any time. In addition, all content posted to your personal account will be deleted if you delete your account. Learn more about how to delete your account. Account deletion does not automatically delete the content that you post as an admin of the page or content that you create collectively with other users, such as the shared album, which may continue to be visible to other album members. It may take up to 90 days to delete content after we begin the account deletion process or receive the content deletion request. If you send content to trash, then the deletion will automatically begin in 30 days unless you choose to keep the deleted content sooner. Unless you delete the content sooner. When the deletion process for such content is being undertaken, the content is no longer visible to other users. After the content is deleted, it may take us up to another 90 days to remove it from backups and disaster recovery systems. Content will not be deleted within 90 days of the account deletion or content deletion process, beginning with the following situations: where your content has been used by others in accordance with this license and has not been deleted. In this case, the license will continue to apply until that content is deleted. Where deletion within 90 days is not possible due to technical limitations of our systems, in which case we will complete the deletion as soon as technically feasible. Or where immediate deletion would restrict our ability to investigate or identify illegal activity or violations to our terms and policies. For example, to identify or investigate misuse of our products or systems, protect the safety, integrity, and security of our products, systems, services, our employees, and users, to defend ourselves. Comply with legal. Wow, I didn't like that. Change that song. I'm gonna skip that because I don't want that to do that again. Okay. Comply with legal obligations for preservation of evidence, including data meta companies providing financial products and services to preserve, to comply with any record-keeping obligations required by law, or comply with a request of a jurisdictional, I don't know, or administrative authority, law enforcement, or government agency. In which case, the content will be retained for no longer than necessarily for its purposes, which have been retained. The exact duration will vary on a case-by-case variation. In each of the above cases, this license will continue until the content has been fully deleted. Permission to use your name. Number 4. Permission to use your name, profile picture, and information about your actions with ads and sponsored or commercial content. You give us permission to use your name. And profile picture and information about your actions you have taken on Facebook, next to, or in connection with ads, offers, and other sponsored commercial content that we display across our products without any compensation to you. For example, you may show your friends that you're interested in an advertisement event or have liked a Facebook page created by a brand that has paid us to display its ads on Facebook. Ads and content like this may be seen only by people who have your permission to see the actions you've taken on Meta products. You can learn more about your ad settings and preferences. Permission to update software you use or download. If you download or use our software, this is number 5 in the first place, but you give us permission to download and install updates to software where available. 3.4. Limits on use of our intellectual property. If you use content covered by intellectual property rights that we have and make available in our products. For example, images, designs, videos, or sounds we provide or add to your content on Facebook that you share. We retain all rights to that content, but not yours. You can only use our copyrights or trademarks or any similar marks as expressly permitted by our brand usage guidelines, or with our prior written permission. You must obtain a written permission or permission under open source license to modify, translate, create, deviate works, or decompile, or reverse and engineer our products or other components, or otherwise attempt to extract source code from us, unless an exception or limitation applies under applicable law or your contact relates to the Meta Bug Bounty program. We reserve all rights not expressly granted to you. Additional provisions. 4.1. Updating our terms. We work constantly to improve our services and develop new features to make our products better for you and our community. As a result, we may need to update these terms and from time to time to accurately reflect our services and practices to promote a safe and secure experience on our products and services. And or to comply with the applicable law, we only make changes if the provisions are no longer appropriate. Or if they are incomplete, and only if the changes are reasonable and take to account of your interests, or if the changes are required for safety and security purposes or to comply with the applicable law. We will notify you, for example, by email or through our products, at least 30 days before the changes to the terms and give you the opportunity to review them before they go into effect, unless changes are required by law. Once any updated terms are in effect, you will be bound to them if you continue to access or use our products. Come on, scroll. We hope that you will continue using our products, but if you do not agree to our updated terms or wish to terminate your agreement to this contract, you can delete your account at any time, and you also must stop accessing or using Facebook and other Meta products. Account suspension or termination. 4.2. We want Facebook to be a place where people feel welcome and safe to express themselves and share their thoughts and ideas. If we determine in our discretion that you have clearly, seriously, or repeatedly breached our terms or policies, including in particular the community standards, we suspend or permanently disable your access to Meta products, and we may permanently disable or delete your account. We may also disable or delete your account if you repeatedly infringe other people's intellectual property rights or where we are required to do so for legal reasons. We may disable or delete your account if after registration of your account is not confirmed or retire. I don't know why I can't read that. Your account is unused and remains inactive for an extended period of time, or if we detect someone may have used it without your permission, we are unable to confirm your ownership of the account. Learn more about how we disable and delete accounts. Where we take such actions, we'll let you know and explain any options you have to request a review, unless doing so may expose us or others to legal liability, harm our community of our users, compromise or interfere with the integrity or operation of any of our services, systems, or products. Where we are restricted due to technical limitations, or we are prohibited from doing so for legal reasons. You can learn more about what to do if your account has been disabled and how to contact us if you think we have disabled your account by mistake. If you delete or we disable your account and you stop accessing, using, or visiting Facebook and the other Meta products, or if this contract is otherwise terminated, then these terms shall terminate as an agreement between you and us, except for the following provisions which will remain in place. 3, 4.2 to 4.5. Limitations on liability. We work hard to provide the best products that we can, and to specifically specify clear guidelines for everyone who uses them. Our products, however, are provided as is, and to the extent of permissible law, we make no guarantees that they will always be safe, secure, or error-free, or that they will function without disruptions, delays, or imperfections. To all the extent permitted by law, we also disclaim all warranties, whether here expressed, implied, including the implied warranties, or mechanability, fitness for particular purpose, title, and non-infringement. We do not control or direct what people and others do or say, and we are not responsible for their actions or conduct, whether online or offline, or any other content that they share, including offensive, inappropriate, obscene, unlawful, and other objectionable content. We cannot predict when issues might arise with our products. Accordingly, our liability shall be limited in the fullest extent permitted by applicable law. To the fullest extent, where did I go? Permitted by applicable law. Under no circumstance will we be liable for you of any lost profits, revenues, information, or data, or consensual, special, indirect, exemplary, punitive, or intellectual damages arising to or out of, related to these terms of meta products, however caused, and on any theory of liability, including negligence, even if we have been advised of the possibility of such damages. 4.4. Disputes. We try to provide clear rules so that we can limit and hopefully avoid disputes between you and us if a dispute does arise. However, it's useful to know upfront where it can be resolved and what laws apply. If you are a consumer, or where required by applicable law, the laws of the country in which you reside will apply to any claim, cause of action, or dispute you have against us that arises out of or relates to these terms or the meta products, and you may resolve your claim in any competent court in that country that has jurisdiction over the claim. In all other cases, and for any claim, cause of action, or dispute that Meta files against you, you and Meta agree that such claim must be resolved exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the North District of California, or a state court located in San Mateo County. You also agree that you submit to the personal jurisdiction of either of these courts for the purpose of litigating any such claim, and that the laws of the state of California will govern these terms, and any claim, cause of action, or dispute without regard to conflict of laws provisions. Without prejudice of to the foregoing, you agree that in its sole discretion, Meta may bring any claim, cause of action, or dispute we have against you in any competent court in the country in which you reside that has jurisdiction over the claim. 4.5. Miscellaneous. Supplemental terms. Some of the products use any of these products, supplemental terms will be made available and will be part of our agreement to you. For instance, if you access or use our products for commercial or business purposes, such as buying ads, selling products, developing apps, managing a group or page for your business, or using our measurement services, you must agree to our commercial terms. If you post or share content containing music, you must comply with our music guidelines. If you use avatars, then the avatar terms also apply. If you use our AI products and features, then the meta AI terms also apply. To the extent of any supplemental terms conflict with these terms, the supplemental terms shall govern to the extent of the conflict. Serviceability. If any portion of these terms is found to be unforeseeable, then the unforeseeable portion will be deemed amended to the minimum extent necessary to make it enforceable. And if it can't be made enforceable, then it will be served and the remaining portion will remain in full force and effect. If we fail to enforce any of these terms, it will not be considered a waiver. Any amendment or waiver of these terms must be made in writing and signed by us. No transfer. You will not transfer any of your rights or obligations under these terms to anyone else, vote, or consent. Legal contract. Legal contact. You may designate a person called a legacy contact to manage your account if it is memorialized. If you enable in your settings only your legal contact or person who you have identified in a valid will or similar legal document expressing clear consent to disclose your content to that person upon death or incapacity, will be able to seek limited disclosure or of information from your account after it is memorialized. No third-party beneficiaries terms. These terms do not confer any third-party beneficiary terms. All of our rights and obligations under these terms are freely assignable by us in connection with a merger, acquisition, or sale of assets, or by operation of law or otherwise. No third-party beneficiaries terms. These terms do not confer any third-party beneficiary rights. All of our rights and obligations under these terms are freely assignable by us in connection with the merger, acquisition, or sale of assets, or by operation of law or otherwise. Username change. We may change the username of your account in certain circumstances. For example, if someone else claims the username and appears unrelated to the name you use in everyday life. Feedback. We always appreciate your feedback and other suggestions to our products and services, but we may use feedback and other suggestions without any restriction or obligation to compensate you, and we are under no obligation to keep them confidential. Number 5. This is all like terms, community standards. These are guidelines to our standards regarding content that you post on Facebook. These are all just kind of like blurbs for what the hyperlinks are that were like outlined throughout it. I'm not going to read this part fully, but there's community standards, commercial terms, community payment terms, commerce policies, music guidelines, advertising policies, self-serve, ad terms, Facebook pages, groups and event policy, meta platform policy, developer payment terms, meta brand resources, recommendations, guidelines, live policies, avatar terms, meta AI terms. And that appears to be the end of the 2025 update that's coming later for the terms of service update for Meta.